This is Steve Hayes in London at the EPRA annual conference. I have with me Gerard Groener, who's the CEO of Corio. Gerard, welcome.
Thank you.
How do you see the situation at the moment generally in the European real estate market?
In general, what you see is that everybody is sort of hesitating making big moves. Everybody is uncertain what the next 6 to 12 months will bring. Compared to 6 months ago, you see a little bit of opening up in some markets. Germany, there's more opening up in assets coming to the market. Of course, what we've seen over the last year is that new product is hardly opening up. There's less new development started up. Financing conditions are not becoming easier, but at the same time, bond yields stay low. Inflation is going down. It's an uncertain environment, seeing where the market will go. A lot will depend on how also politicians will handle some issues that we have in Southern Europe.
You mentioned Southern Europe and your share price has been affected by the situation there because you have an exposure obviously in shopping centre investments in Southern Europe. Yeah. How do you think the situation is going to develop?
In the retail market, of course, it is not about the general number. It's about what assets do you own and how do they perform? How are they in their micro environment performing? What is the competitive position? And then what has always been the case, even in a poor market, you can have an outperforming project. And even in a very up market, you can have a bleeder. So you should be very careful on sort of the asset allocation that you take. And the micro environment, the specifics of the project and its environment, its catchment area will determine whether you'll be successful in getting a good return or not.
And how's the situation in the Dutch retail market at the moment? And how do you see the outlook for the next 12 months in the Netherlands?
In the Netherlands is very stable at the moment. Occupancy rates stay high. What you see is that vacancy creeps in, but predominantly on the B and C locations. So we don't see that in our portfolio currently. Retailers' turnovers are depending a little bit on the sector that they're in electronics. It's clearly going down slightly. In fashion, it's fairly stable, going down a little bit. In food, it's still increasing, predominantly based on price, not on volume.
And Corio itself, what do you see as the biggest challenges and opportunities for your company over the next 12 months?
I think the biggest challenge is to make yourself flexible and make sure that you can adapt to rapid changes that could occur. And secondly, and that is more on the midterm, make your company adaptable to change, because I think retail formats, brands, new concepts will have only a shorter life cycle if we proceed into the future.
Thank you very much indeed, Gerard. Thank you wel.
You're welcome.
For this and more interviews, please go to epra.com and read.com.